But the main thing has not been solved. The main problem has not been solved. That time during that election, many people thought that, yes, that the result is going to be online. Everybody's supposed to be seeing the result online. Online in the sense that immediately the polling booth result is counted, it should be snapped and forwarded. Both pictures and the typed results, and they should tally and forwarded to INEC portal, which everybody.
So why would a governor who is taking over somewhere that a predecessor had been a governor, trying to water him down, saying that he didn't leave any money, he didn't see anything, he didn't. Nah, haba, why now?
That is dancing on the road, something is beating drum for the bird inside the bush. That's something, that is the actual, the explanation that is close to what really is happening.
Supporters are doing to Peter Obi. They know, deep down, they know that Peter Obi is a threat. Do you know that the only people now that I somehow think that they recognize the realism of Peter Obi's political strength is even the North? So why would a governor who is taking over somewhere that is by nature, whether you like it or not, the support base for Peter Obi is still strong. As a matter of fact, we have recruited more. And when the time comes, you'll be shocked as you see all those people like where they do that thriller. Bang, 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 bang. All those people they come up for grave. You will see so everybody ride this stretch. We'll begin a dance, thriller dance for you. You go see our population is far more than it was before.
Well, some things baffle me that I'm so surprised that even all of us are involved. So since that 2023 presidential election that came with allegations and counter-allegations about that election, up to today, no serious move has been made to rechannel and direct that, error. Is it an error or calculated attempt, whatever it is, to correct it, to avoid it in the next general election? 2027 is not far again. Small time people will start, running helter and skelter for that election. But the main thing has not been solved. The main problem has not been solved. That time during that election, many people thought that, yes, that the result is going to be online. Everybody's supposed to be seeing the result online. Online in the sense that immediately the polling booth result is counted, it should be snapped and forwarded. Both pictures and the typed results, and they should tally and forwarded to INEC portal, which everybody is supposed to be seeing the result online. Let's assume that at Oka, one of the wards in Oka, after the election, maybe at about 4 p.m., the election is concluded. After the polling booth election has been counted, result has been counted, the person in charge there snapped the results, immediately forward it to INEC portal, and type the result also for the INEC portal. What we are requesting is that anybody, even if you are in US, once you log into the INEC portal, you should be seeing these results in real time. We are not talking about probably collation or after collecting the result, what will be the end result. No, we are talking about that each polling booth's results. We are supposed to see it immediately online. That is what we should be fighting by now. That is what the masses should be talking about. Before now, I thought that thing is supposed to have been concluded. It should be a law. There is no big thing there that INEC trying to, reinterpret that thing into another thing. Problem there. They should specify it now, no. In fact, by now, that system should have been test run in some elections, in some state elections, local government elections that are upcoming. Sorry. my this thing, my camera adjusted. So that is the point. That is what we should be talking about by now. By now, the law must have been concluded that people should be seeing the election result online. That is the only way to come these people. That is the only way. And we are not talking about it. It has not been concluded. Nothing about it has happened up to today. So my people, we need to, at least by now, have a strong conclusion towards that. Let's see what will happen. Because one thing is that once we are determined, it is still a process. Nigeria is going through some process. But the poor masses, the general masses says, no problem. We will manage our hunger. We may be hungry. We can manage our hunger if now we elect that person. You see? But if it is not us that elected the person, that is where the problem is. So let's monitor this process. Let's follow you along with this process that we want. So that if the person we voted in was there, then we'll know that yes, it is the majority that voted this person here. Simple and short. That should be the target of everybody. I said no. I must add a voice to this. My little voice, oh, my little voice, I say I must add it to this. Probably those in the National Assembly and others, that is what they must be rooting for now, and not any other thing. That should be the number one thing we should get ready for our democracy to thrive. Let other mistakes, whatever errors that has happened, let it be bygone. But this time, we say no. Let this thing be a law in this country. And secondly, one political analyst or situational analyst, probably Magnus goes by that name, you believe that he has revealed the problem of between Soludo and Peter Obi, because there is no doubt about that. There has been a kind of friction and a face-off. I don't know the proper word to use to describe these two people. These two people are very important people to the Igbo race. But what is the problem is what some people don't know. But this man tried to scratch what really is the problem between them. Probably he's generalizing among the Igbos. But some things he said, I may not agree with him. Yes, that is my opinion. I may not agree with him. But generally, the Igbo man does not depend on anybody. Majorly does not depend on anybody, not even his brother or sister. Majorly, he likes to fight for his own thing. He believes in his own destiny, and that is it. But some things are being overdone that makes people to suspect that something is wrong somewhere. Like he said, no, the worst that could happen is to back off. But when people try to bring down people intentionally, you will know that so anybody that is dancing, a bird that is dancing on the road, something is beating drum for the bird inside the bush. That's something, that is the actual, the explanation that is close to what really is happening. So, but you might, try to watch this video and understand what really this man is talking about. And to me, to some extent, I did not agree with him. I did not agree with him. So, but if the problem of this country is ethnicity, that's politics by ethnicity, that is a real problem. It's not supposed to be like that. And if you analyze what he said and what is happening now, it means that Peter Obi is the real politician that we have. Because it's not about my people supporting me or my people not supporting me. If you can be able to gather support everywhere you are, it means that, yes, people really trust you that you are a good person. So it shouldn't be an issue if a fellow Igbo man is talking against Peter Obi. Somehow it may not be an issue. So, but to some extent that he's trying to bring him down, and the position of that person trying to bring him down is also something of concern. That is the issue there. So, but this man is a political analyst and a figure when it comes to social media. So let's listen and follow me, make your own conclusion based on what he said about Peter Obi and Igbo man and Soludo, inclusive in what he said. So let's hear him out.
Do you know that I have been taking note of this man they call Soludo, the current governor of Anambra State? And I'm like, is this the same governor of the same state that Peter Obi was once the governor? He wasn't even the immediate past. He was the governor before another governor before Soludo. The first time that Soludo got my attention was when in one function, and then I think he was reading a script, and then Peter Obi walked in, and then his presence, that's Peter Obi's presence, took the attention of the crowd, and then his comment was like this: it's like the former governor is around. That was when I knew that there is something wrong with Igbo politicians. There is something wrong with Igbo politicians. In the whole of Nigeria, it is only Igbo politicians that will work to bring down their fellow Igbo politicians in the face of a national discourse or in the face of a national quest. Now I'm asking, what is responsible for this? What is responsible for this mentality that if it's not me, nobody should get it? I had thought that in this scenario, where for the first time you have a politician that has endeared himself to the rest of Nigerians, the least you could do is to back him up. Do you know that the greatest opposition that Peter Obi has is from Igbo politicians? And sometimes I am worried. Forget what these Tinubu supporters are doing to Peter Obi. They know, deep down, they know that Peter Obi is a threat. Do you know that the only people now that I somehow think that they recognize the realism of Peter Obi's political strength is even the North? So why would a governor who is taking over somewhere that a predecessor had been a governor, trying to water him down, saying that he didn't leave any money, he didn't see anything, he didn't... Nah, haba. Why now? Why? Why? The mentality of Igbo politicians will never allow them to succeed in any political quest in Nigeria. Politics is not about me. It's not about me, myself, and I. It's about general interest that best suits a people, at least from a particular region. What I see in most Igbo politicians is politics of me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. Peter Obi perhaps introduced something different. From Hope Uzodinma to Ojus Okalu, just name them. No one is ready to say that, okay, I will step down for the purpose of this person to go ahead. The one that really shocked me the most was Kenneth Konko. This ego, I don't know, is it really ego? Or is it black belly? Or is it bad belly? Or is it plain wicked. I just don't, but there is something wrong. Anyway, I just felt I should drop this quick one. Governor Soludo, or if you are from Anambra State, you should call your governor to order. 2027 is about to define what Nigeria is going to be like. Don't let us come out and put our hopes in line, our struggles in line, our fight in line, only to find out that the people they are fighting for themselves. I hope it's not going to be like that. I don't know if you have noticed that every aspect of the nation that is supposed to have been an opposition to this government or to this administration has somehow been compromised. And the only voice that seemed to be questioning this administration is Peter Obi. Even at that, if you have also noticed, everybody seems to be cautioning Peter Obi for daring to constructively criticize this administration. Now, opposition is very, very good. Opposition is very, 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 very good. So why are they fixated on Peter Obi? The answer to the question is very simple. They have thought they've crushed Peter Obi, but for some weird reason, the man is still breathing. The man is still kicking. Let me tell this administration, you may have thought you have destroyed the obedient movement, but let me tell you something. The obedient movement is still well alive and stronger. It's just that they are quiet because we don't know where yet Peter Obi will be aligning. That's why people are quiet. It's not, you have not destroyed anything. Trust me, the day it becomes obvious that Peter Obi is with this party or that party or any party, then you will know that this obedient movement, now charging, then now charge the charge and see they just plug them in the charge. It still baffles me how this administration still don't understand that the Peter Obi movement has nothing to do with party, has nothing to do with ethnicity or religion. It's a group of people with a belief that to reclaim Nigeria is possible. It's a group of people who still have the belief that with the right leadership, which they see in Peter Obi, Nigeria can be better. It's even more laughable now that the Tinubu administration is trying to play a regional politics, South versus North. I saw a guy, I don't think it was Channels TV, who was saying that the defection to most of the PDP governors defecting to APC are doing so in solidarity of the fact that Tinubu is from the South. I don't think Tinubu is a Southerner. Tinubu has never played the Southern card. Tinubu is using the Southern card as a means of convenience. The regional politics of South versus North, do we suddenly realize that, oh, we are all Southern only when it benefits the Yoruba presidency? Or when it is a South presidency, no, the Yorubas feels obliged to create offensive propaganda that, denigrate the Southern president. Or the Yorubas are only good at coming down to ensure that an Igbo man can never be present. But when a Yoruba man is present, suddenly we remember it's about South. No, that thing will not work. I do not want a situation where Nigerian politics will be pitched again between South and North. It's never about that. Besides, the Southern region is not even united. We cannot claim to be Southerners only when it is convenient for a particular section of the region. Peter Obi, as far as I'm concerned, they know it. If you like, argue with me that Peter Obi will never. They know it. The administration know it. Tinubu government knows that Peter Obi is the only opposition they have. Peter Obi is the only threat they have. So keep fooling yourself that I will not vote for Peter Obi. Let me tell you, this is not about. This is not about. You know, it's so painful that the country has been reduced to people with very, very low intelligence that is so boxed up in their sentiments for tribe and religion. If you see handling, you call me a tribal. No, I am not. I'm far more intelligent to be caging or to be drawn into these tribal sentiments. I don't do that. I look at what is available. Tinubu, Atiku, Showore, Peter Obi. Just take a good look. Forget that you are a Yoruba man. Forget that you are an Igbo man. Forget that you are a Christian or a Muslim or Southern or Northern. Look at these people devoid of what they are. Who do you truly think? Nigeria is crumbling, Nigeria is indebted, Nigeria is criminalized, everything about. Look, go on the internet, try to make a friend with a white man on the internet. Introduce yourself as a Nigerian. I did so. Immediately they will put off the phone. Yet, you now have somebody that the whole world knows is a criminal. You are defending him because you are also criminalized by nature. Whether you like it or not, the support base for Peter Obi is still strong. As a matter of fact, we have recruited more. And when the time comes, you'll be shocked as, like when rain fall, you go see and worm begin to come out. Like, you see all those people like where they do that thriller. Bang, 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 bang. All those way they come out for grave. You go see, so everybody they ride, they stretch. We begin to dance thriller dance. So you go see our population is far more than it was before. You watch and see. No matter what you do, you cannot bring Peter Obi down. We remain stronger and forever. We are still obedient with a charge. When we go, when the battery full reach 100%, you go know say we did.
So having said that, this video is not really about campaigning for anybody. Majorly, my point is, let there be a legislation that will describe the electoral process, that people should get this result in real time. We're not talking about doing the calculation. It's not about doing the 1 + 1 + 3 plus whatever that is involved in other places. No, we're talking about getting the result of each polling booth real time. So people can at their own time do the calculation that they want. I believe that I got my point. It's not the end result that we are talking about. Let this result be online or real time. And INEC can take their time to do their own collation. You can take them 2 days or 3 days. That one is not an issue. So that once a party have his own signed results, you can easily check what is online, whether it is what is given to him. That is the point. So INEC can take 1 week to do their calculation to whatever they want to do, no problems. So, but let people be able to do their own plus and minus at home on their own result that is being published online. This is the major issue. Let's get it right. You see that once we get this thing right, every other thing will fizzle out gradually.